Hey there guys, happy Wednesday. I hope you guys are having a good week so far. I'm going to do a fun, I don't know that I would ever say, I'm going to do a boring video. I'm going to do a fun video. I showed yesterday or the day before something I made, and it involves painting and chalks and stamps and ink and all kinds of fun stuff. So we're gonna get to it. So I have I'm gonna start here with the paint. I have my jelly plate, got paint, just a piece of paper, because I'm gonna lay down some colors. I have ecru that I'm doing. I haven't mixed, I've mixed these colors before, but I haven't for this video. Pearl turquoise. And some brown. Burnt sienna. And you guys will probably remember that the reason I use the jelly plate with clay is because it dries very quickly, as opposed to just either painting on the clay or something like that. So I have a sea sponge. This is really rough, but it makes a cool texture. So I'm gonna kind of mix these colors around and dab them on here, so it makes a cool pattern like that, if you guys can see. The paper was literally just for mixing. So I'm gonna take my clay and put that on here. Press it down. I'm gonna roll it actually. Just lightly roll it because you don't want to misshapen the clay. So I'm just gonna brayer it on so that it's on there. And that's how that looks. Hopefully you guys can see. This little part is missing, so I'm just gonna come in here and do a little of that. So there we go. Okay. And let me just get this off here real quick. I don't know if you guys saw, but I put on my website, I've started to, it's on a blog post, but I put on there links for some of the stuff that I use. And there's a ton on there right now, but I still have more to put on there. And I'm going to also do my Etsy stuff and everything else. So it will be a complete list soon, but it is not quite yet. All right, so let that dry for a second. I'm going to take my ink pad, and I did circles the other day, but I think I'm going to do rectangles today. I'll do rectangles and some little squares. And I just use my cutters for these. So I'm going to take them. I did a video like this, I think last week. But this one is a little different. Because I was going to paint or do the chalks on them last week, but I did not because I liked how it turned out. So I didn't do this part. So just kind of place these randomly. Do one here. And I'll do one here. Okay. I think that's good. All right. And then I'm gonna give this a quick shot so that that ink dries. Okay. And now I'm going to take my chalks and a little paintbrush. And this. And I kind of want to stick with the same colors, so I'm going to do some blues and browns probably. So just shave off some of your, whatever color you're using. And then we're just going to paint it in the different areas here. So I'm going to do in here. And I'll do some in here. So just pick little places that you want to paint these chalks in. And you could use paint for this, but I like the texture that the pastels give on top of the acrylics. I just think it looks cool. I'm gonna do this big area here. And I just do in the lines of one area. See, so like this still has that open and that open. And I'm gonna leave that like that. So I like that. So I'm gonna get rid of this, and then on to the next. There's my blade. So now I'm gonna do, I like this kind of rust color. Do some of this. Let's see. This one, I guess. And the jelly print just kind of makes a nice backdrop for all of this. I'm not going to do every single space, so that will still be in the background. Let's see, let's do another blue. This is a dark blue. Yeah, we'll do this. You guys are probably looking at this going, do it over there, do it over there. I think that's all I want of that. I wasn't thrilled with it anyway, so. All right, I'm gonna do a lighter brown and then that's gonna be it. Let's go with, or just like a brown. How about this? I want to do one of these big areas here. I'm going to do this one. It just adds a cool texture, I think, to it. I'm going to do this big one too. And I know I'm covering up that pretty blue, but it'll be okay. Do right down here. And I think I like that. That's good. Okay. So the last little part that we're going to do before we start cutting into this is I'm going to grab don't you guys love my palettes that I use? I'm going to just put a little dab of black on here. Little tiny dab because I'm not going to use very much of this. And I have my dotting tool and I'm just going to do dots. So we'll just place some random dots. In here. Just kind of anywhere. And I think that's good. I think I like that. So this is how it looks finished. If you guys can see that. Cute. And I'm gonna let that dry for just a minute because those dots are gonna take just a minute. I'm gonna put you on pause. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're pretty dry. So now I'm gonna make a pendant, but I'm also gonna embed some jump rings. So instead of drilling holes, I'm gonna hang it off of the jump rings. So I'm gonna cut out a heart, and I think that's cute right there. Yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. The whole thing's pretty cute, so boom. All right, so we're going to take the heart. Do I want to put an edge on it? I think I do. So I'm going to grab a black edge. Oh, I like this. I'm going to grab my chocolate makeup powder and we're going to put an edge on there to make it look nice. First, let me just fix it up a little bit. It looks okay. The heart, this is how that looks, by the way. Cute. Okay, dump a little bit of this on here. Then I have my handy dandy little dabber that has black on it, so I had to get some of that off. Okay. So just hold it and kind of swipe around the sides here, just like this. Just makes a nice edge. Unless you want the white, then go for the white. This heart is tricky to get in the middle there. You have to really get down in there. Without getting it all over the rest of the heart. So there, that's how that looks. Just a nice finished look. Uh-oh, I smudged. Darn it. Oh well. Oh well, it is what it is. Still looks cute-ish. Darn it. Wonder if I could... Oh well, I'm just gonna leave it. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this over. I'm gonna have to do something with the back. Maybe I'll just do this in the back. Get that back. Well, I'll wait till I put the thing on. Okay, so I rolled a little piece of white out on a 4, so it's pretty thin, and then I just have a small cutter here. I'm just gonna cut two little circles. That's me blowing them out of the little cutter. That weird noise. And then grab a couple jump rings. Since I'm gonna do copper, I'm gonna do copper. And then I just I make sure that the open part of the jump ring is on the inside. So just kind of hold it, put it where you're gonna place it. And then I just really lightly kind of press it in there so that it's flush. And then do the same with the other side. Make sure that you're even here. You want to be even not just in where you're placing it, but like how much is sticking out and everything else, because you don't want them to look funky. So, and then I take these little thin discs and just kind of smush them on the back so that that all stays in. You just want to ensure that those are going to bake on there, and then that'll be okay. All right, so I'm just gonna quickly dab some of this on the back because it doesn't look so pretty back here. Make it look a little better. Some of you ask how I finish the backs of mine, so there you have it. So gently lift that, and that is how those look from the front. Can't even tell. And then you have a nice and shiny back there that looks good. That's gonna bother me. Oh well. It is what it is. It's gonna have to be how it has to be. So I'll probably cut out some earrings so that that'll be a focus. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna bake these 275 for 35 minutes, and I will be back to show you how it looks. Okay, I am back. I did mess around with this a little bit, so it's not quite as bad. I put a little bit, and sorry about my yellow fingers. I put a little bit of red on top of that black, and then I dabbed some paint over that one. So it looks a little bit better, if you can see. I'm thinking next time I might put like some random gold flake on there. I don't know, for some reason it just seems like that would really look cool. But I love how this turned out. It just looks so artsy and fun. And then here's the earrings that I made. And I did the same in the back with these. Sorry, with the copper, and then just a little dab. And this does not come off. If you want to cover it with some varathane or something like that to make sure that it stays that way, obviously you can do that. But this is how it looks. So give it a try, have some fun. You'll see me tomorrow, but I'll probably